Hello viewers, welcome to Elimu TV. I'm Madam Rosemary Osano, a TV station where we watch and learn. I'll be taking you through Geography, Form 3, Lesson 37. Topic of discussion is oceans, seas and their coasts. Let's look at the lesson goals. By the end of the lesson, you should be able to define coral reefs and name the 3 types of coral reefs. What are coral reefs? Coral reefs are narrow ridges of coral rocks found at or near the surface of the sea or ocean. They are nearly parallel to the shoreline. Coral reefs are divided into 1. Fringing reefs, 2. Barrier reefs, and 3. Atolls. What are fringing reefs? This is a flat form of coral which forms when coral polyps start building a reef near the shore. The reef extends seawards where the building is faster because there is more food and water is clearer. As the reef builds seaward, it encloses a shallow lagoon with the coast. A diagram of a fringing reef along the coast. Then the second one is barrier reefs. This resembles a fringing reef except that it is formed a long distance away from the shore. It is separated from the shore by a wide and deep lagoon. A barrier reef may form parallel to the mainland or as a ring around an island. You can see a cross-section of the barrier reef and a real barrier reef along the coast. The third type is atoll. These are coral reefs which are roughly circular in shape, enclosing a fairly deep lagoon. They form islands. They are found in mid-oceans, especially in the West and Central Pacific. They are thought to have formed due to sinking and rising of the sea level. The rings of corals that grew around the island were subjected to slow and gradual submergence. As the island sank as a result of rising sea level, the polyps continued to deposit their skeletons. The reef sustained itself through upward growth. Formation of an atoll, the first step. An underwater volcano pierces the surface of the ocean. Second one, a coral reef forms around the volcanic island. Then, fringing reef surrounds the subsiding island, and finally, barrier reef projects a lagoon as the island completely sinks. That is an atoll, an already formed atoll. That's the end of today's lesson. For revision purposes, take down the following questions. 1. Define coral reefs. And 2. Name the 3 types of coral reefs. For reference, have a look at KLB Book 3, 5th edition of 2019, and you can also contact us on our social media pages for more information. Our SMS line is 0723 144 259, on YouTube, Elimu TV, Facebook, Elimu TV, and on Twitter, Elimu TV _KE.